The dogs were good again this year. Here are my top 10 dogs of 2025. At number 10, we have Marion. She was staying at her friend Bruno's house when two bears entered their backyard. One was in a tree and the other was on the ground. The one on the ground was chasing after Bruno, but was met with Marion. The bear was 2 times her size and had her pinned to the ground. She somehow managed to break free and they all made it inside. Bruno's human is sure that if Marion hadn't charged the bear, Bruno wouldn't be here. She was rushed to the ER and is expected to make a full recovery.
Marion, can you say you're so brave? Oh, so brave.
Oh, good girl. Oh. Yes. Good. Sit. Lay down.
Girl.
At number 9, we have Reggie. Reggie's brother Yogi is a French bulldog with epilepsy. And while their humans weren't home, Yogi suffered a seizure. Because of his short snout, Yogi began to aspirate or choke on his own saliva. That's when camera footage captured Reggie stepping in to help.
On the video, Reggie senses Yogi is in trouble.
He rolled him around so he would get up and, cough to not aspirate and get the fluid and the stuff out and be able to clear his throat.
Yogi was rushed to the vet and is doing much better now.
If it wasn't for Reggie, moving him all around and being here, I would have came home to, him not being alive.
At number 8, we have Rocky. In the early hours of June 30th, he was sleeping on the ground floor of his home in Siati Village, India, when a crack opened in the wall and water started pouring in. He started barking, which woke up his human, Lalit. Lalit then woke up all 22 families in the village and convinced them to evacuate. Shortly after, a landslide struck the village and nearly a dozen houses were flattened. All 67 people in the village survived. Lalit got Rocky from his brother. He was only 5 months old at the time. We have a tie at number 7. First is Gilbert. He was the family dog of late Minnesota Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. Gilbert was also killed during the targeted political assassination of his humans. In addition to her work championing progressive legislation, Representative Hortman was also a volunteer with the Helping Paws organization, a nonprofit that trains and places assistance dogs with community members with physical disabilities, as well as veterans and first responders with PTSD. Gilbert was going to be one of those assistance dogs before he was deemed too friendly and became the Hortman's family pet instead. He was laid to rest with his humans on Friday, becoming the first dog to lie in state in Minnesota history. Thousands lined up to pay their respects, with several members of the community bringing their own dogs. Second is Chop. Border Patrol agents in masks and plain clothes showed up to his house in El Paso looking for migrants. His human permitted agents to search his home, but asked if he could put Chop in the bathroom first, as he can be aggressive with strangers. He did, and then went to retrieve his ID from his truck in the driveway. That's when an agent entered the home, opened the bathroom door, and shot Chop. None of the agents helped the family, who desperately tried to render aid to Chop as he bled to death on the kitchen floor. Unsurprisingly, the agent who shot their dog then hid from them, refused to give his name, and then they all left. Even more unsurprising, they did not find any evidence of the migrants they were there to terrorize in the first place. The latest is that the family has hired a law firm to pursue justice. Their attorney said, "This is not law enforcement. This is abuse of power." At number 6, we have Chloe. She is an emotional support Jack Russell for her human Catherine. Last month, she was getting up from her sofa when she fell and hit her head, fracturing her skull and knocking her unconscious. She normally wears a pendant alarm to call for help, but had left it in her bedroom. Despite this, she woke up surrounded by paramedics with Chloe at her feet. The supplier of the pendant said it had been activated and that they heard barking over the line. They then dispatched paramedics after failing to reach Catherine. She spent the night in the hospital before returning to Chloe. The most impressive part of this very impressive story, Catherine only had Chloe for 2 days when she fell. They were yet to start their training. At number 5, we have Munchies. She is the family pet of Alberto Macias Zarate, a journalist in Peru. Someone threw a stick of dynamite into the entryway of her home. Somehow she managed to extinguish the lit fuse with her teeth before it detonated. Police are still investigating the attack, but they suspect the journalist was being targeted by extortionists. Zarate's family has requested additional protection for themselves and added security for the entire neighborhood. Their hero Munchies, meanwhile, is happy and healthy, back to playing at home with much less hazardous toys. At number 4, we have Oakley. He was the only one home when a fire started in the attic. When police arrived, there were flames already at the back of the house. Unsure if anyone was inside, they forced their way in.
We're police! Anybody in here?
That's when they found Oakley. He urgently led the officer through the smoke-filled house, right to where his leash was hanging.
Come here, buddy. Come here. You're a good boy.
The pair then safely exited. Oakley's family adopted him as a puppy 4 years ago and are forever grateful he was saved. At number 3, we have Tiki. Tiki first came to the ASPCA through a criminal case. He made his way to Muddy Paw's rescue, where he was described as quite literally paralyzed with fear. That's when Isabel Klee, a legend in the foster space, decided to take him in. The entire internet watched him blossom and eventually get adopted. We are so proud of everyone involved, and I think he inspired us all to be a little bit braver. At number 2, we have Eeyore. He was on a walk with his grandma when she fell. After they didn't return home, her husband called 911.
Dog, but she never takes more than 10 or 15 minutes. It's almost an hour now. It's over an hour now.
Okay, do you know what breed the dog is?
The dog's just he's just a 100-pound dog.
The deputy barely started her search when Eeyore found her.
There's the dog. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Where's your mama? Hi. Hi, where's your mama?
He then led her right to Grandma.
Where were you when found you?
I was in front of that house right there. And then the dog ran up to me. I was right out here.
And the dog brought you. He wouldn't leave. He kept coming back to me.
He ran up to my car and I said, bring me to your mommy, and he ran back here.
He come up to your car.
Good
Oh,
boy.
sweetheart.
Good boy. Very good boy.
I'm not even his owner. I'm his grandmother.
Oh, you're such a good boy. You're so good.
Oh, Eeyore, you're a good boy. Grandma loves you.
Good boy, Eeyore.
Before we get to our number 1 dog of the year, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We count down the best dogs every single week, and it would really be a shame if you missed any of those. Our number 1 dog of 2025 is Zeus. On January 22nd, an armed man broke into his home. He shot his human Bruce 3 times in the legs before shooting Zeus as he tried to protect him. Despite his injury, Zeus stayed close to comfort Bruce and continued to guard him.
The love, the comfort, knowing that, like the sacrifice that he was willing to give for me.
Zeus lost an eye and half his jaw, but thanks to the Calgary community, his medical bills were completely paid for. The man responsible has since been caught, and Bruce and Zeus are back home recovering together.